Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, here at Warren Easton High School in New Orleans, Louisiana, for another edition of Get Coached Up. We're going to meet with head coach Tony Hall to see what we can get coached up on today. Welcome to another edition of Get Coached Up. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, here with Tony Hall, the head football coach at Warren Easton High School in New Orleans, Louisiana. Tony, what are we getting coached up on today?
It's one of our 60 game concepts, one of our quick game concepts, something we kind of use day one when we introduce our quarterbacks. We're a progression read offense instead of a defensive coverage read offense. So it's kind of kids learn a progression, and once they learn the progression, you know, we kind of go off of that. You know, it's kind of progression based. What we're going to go over today is hitches. All right? Hitches is a quick game concept. It's a one step. Because we're mostly out of the shotgun formation, and his progression is hitch, vertical, check down.
Hitch, vertical, check
down. Hitch, vertical, check down. And we can run it a multitude of different ways. I'll try to get that to real quick so we can get through it. So his progression start now is just hitch, vertical, check down. So from day one, I ask the kid what you have on hitches, and he'll come and coach hitch, vertical, check down. The key is the kid picks the side of the field that has the most grass, we call it. Okay. The most grass is either matchup based, or if the defense is overloaded to one side, we go to the other side that has the most grass. If you kind of draw it out of H real quick, here's our regular H formation. I'll draw up a 4-2-5 maybe. Two backers. And all hitches is that he's running his hitch to 7, coming back to 5. All right, he's running a vertical. All right, he's running a vertical. He's running hitch 7 back to 5, and he kind of has the check down. All right. Now, basically, what it is he comes to the line of scrimmage. You know, this formation is basically a balanced defensive formation. Okay. So the side that has the most grass is probably the side with the weaker personnel. So we'll go. That's where a film study comes in or whatever. And his progression is he catches. He fires, pitch the side field, he'll go hitch. Hitch is not there, he'll go vertical. Vertical's not there, we'll go check down. Okay. And it's kind of just a basic concept that we use. And what I like about this offense is that we can run this out of a multitude of different formations, and the kids will wind up in the same area. What I mean by that is, so if we go to bump him for trips, right? We bump him for trips, we'll take this corner, we'll take this backer, all right? He'll still run his curl from 7 to 5. He'll still run his vertical. Now what we'll do here, we call it what they call an Easton route. Basically, he's under the sand, over the mic. So he'll go right at the mic and get across the field. What that does is, if I wanted to still come backside, which is probably my grass area, because they shifted everybody over to the right, he still will go hitch, vertical, check down.
So that becomes the vertical.
That becomes the vertical. He's in the same spot. And it could go out of empty. We can take it out of empty and do the same exact thing. So what the beauty of the spread offense and the beauty of our offense, which I have not created, I just do research, you know, I'll be honest with you, is that you can run the same thing over and over and over and get great at it, but it's a different look to the defense.
So if you say you have a multitude of looks that will look different to a defense, what's another look you give, you know, with this offense against the defense?
Well, some of the kind of the intricacies are if you take it back to East, all right, which is our 2x2 set, right? And you give us a 2 safety look now. You give us that 2 safety look instead of him taking this vertical straight up the field like it was a 1 safety, he would what we call bend it right in front of safety. Okay. All right. He would bend it in front of safety, and most defensive coaches think it's like a post. So they go, okay, they got that curl concept, curl vertical. We also got to cover that curl post area, but it's not really. It's just built into the offense. 1 safety, you keep it straight ahead. 2 safeties, you bend it. You know, then we'll come back and we'll do some stuff like. We will go empty, right? We'll take him and we'll bump him into empty, all right? And we know that this backer loves to bail and what people call a Tampa 2. So what we'll do, we'll go empty, make it look like a 5 receiver set, and we'll run the same thing. We'll go hitches, what we call it, which is our code name is heat. We'll call heat, but then he still has the check down.
Wow.
So he will still come and he'll run that 1 yard slant out of empty, and that's just a game. So it looks like a total different play. However, it's the same exact thing that we've worked over and over and over and over. And with the amount of time we get in high school and inner city all the kids, especially college, you don't get that much time with them. This is a great offense to run because, again, you're given 5, 6, 7, 10 different looks, but it's the same concept as ran over and over. Kids start to get good at it. So we know we playing Tampa 2, and we're going to, that linebacker bails, we'll run it out of empty instead of running it out of ace because we know he'll stay in there. If you roll empty, he'll be allowed to bring him on the check down.
Now, do you find that running it this way allows those receivers and backs to understand coverages on the fly?
Yes, definitely. When you repetition things over and over and over, you start to get bored. And when kids get bored, they start looking at other things. Well, if you're running plays and you're getting bored running the same thing, well, what's that next thing that you start looking at? Well, look how this dude is playing. So it's a natural progression. You're not just teaching kids the defensive coverage. It's a natural progression. And the beauty about this is it's so easy to find these guys. It's so easy to find these. It's hard to find these guys.
Right.
Yeah. You know, and I see why college is doing this so much and why Coach Saban doesn't like it too much is because Coach Saban, you getting all these guys. You get an A+ on these guys. There's a bunch of A+ guys out here that can battle, you know, so it's I like it. It's a balance. It allows football to be balanced to where the bigger, stronger, just out physical teams just can't always win all the time.
Right.
You know, there's some discipline and some game planning that goes. So I love it.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking time with us today, talking a little, getting me coached up on some things that we just learned about the spread offense and where he is as a coach. You know, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys going against those 5 defensive guys could win every time, especially if they're executing. So, Coach, appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And stay tuned for another edition of Get Coached Up.